What's going on, everybody? Tactical Trader here. This is a video about how news affects stock price action. As you see here, this is MGM, and MGM gapped down along with the other Las Vegas casino stocks due to the tragic mass shooting that took place out there. I did not trade this. I most likely like to go short, and I thought going short on the stock after people have lost their lives was kind of cold-hearted. So I just sat on the sidelines. Some other guys I know, they went long and they made some money, and apparently they're donating the money to the victims, which I think is, very nice. What you're going to see here next is the 30.50 was acting as support in a pre-market, and then it held a higher low at this 30, I think it's 91, and then you're going to see, you can see the little uptrend line here I'm going to draw. It's just common sense. Higher low, holds that line, and there's a good chance that it's most likely going to break out at the open. I had the resistance at 31.73. I got that from the daily chart. You'll see me zoom down here a little bit. And what I'm looking at is going to be that 31.73 level right there on, that's actually not a daily, it's a weekly chart. Weekly charts, hold a little more weight. The longer time frame, the clearer a pattern can be sometimes. And you'll see that right here in just a second. You see it touched that 31.70 area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, close to 10 times. That was a good area of support, which should now act as resistance in the short term. So what I'd be looking for if I was to take this, I want to see it spike up at the open, touch that 73 cents on that $31 level, and most likely the first time it touches it, it's going to have a quick pullback. It'll reach up, just tap it real quick, just to test it, and then pull back. After that, it may try to retest it again, and then again. Now, I wanted to zoom in here because you can see the market's opened. We're 20 seconds into the day, and we're going to see how this stock behaves. Now, I'm just going to let this play out. I'm not going to have any audio over it here. And the reason I let these play out and I don't fast forward this in real time is because this is how stocks trade. There's videos out there, and for training purposes, I understand they want to convey that, hey, this is going to move this way, and we have to condense it to, get on to our next lesson. But in real time, this is what the stock does. It's just you, and you have to be patient, and you have to wait. You could try to jump in early, and jumping in early is going to cost you money. This is where, you hear discipline being thrown around in trading communities so much. You literally have to have discipline. If you do not have the discipline, you'll get in too early and could get smoked. Now you can see here the stock is broken above the 31.50, starting to break through that 50 EMA line, and that's what we expected. Expected it to go up, and it pulling back right here is completely natural. There's nothing funny going on. It's the first time it's broken through this since the gap down. You have people who bought at that 30.90 level and even at that 30.50 level, probably selling some of their shares real quick, anticipating the price sell another lot of their shares when it gets close to that 31.73 level. Again, I'm just going to let this play out, let you guys see what happens here in real time. You can see the stock pushed up to that resistance line that we marked out earlier, and it's going to have a little bit of a pullback here, and that's what we anticipated. Does that mean this is where I would want to get short? Maybe to take a little quick scalp, but I'm not convinced off the first 5-minute candle of the day though. I need more data to be convinced that this is actually going to head back down. To me, I would want to see where that second 5-minute candle opens up at. Does it open up above the resistance or below it? That would help make a decision when you're trying to enter a trade or even try to exit a trade. If you're in long and the candle opens above that resistance level, why not hold on to it a little longer? It opened up above it, chances are it's going to go maybe another 5, 10, 15, 20 cents higher. As you see here, it opens up below the 31.73. Doesn't break through it right away, but you're looking to see if it comes back down to the full length of the prior candle. If you see something like that, that's a bear engulfing candle. That's a pretty safe bet that the stock's going to head back lower. You can see the stock broke through that 31.73 level, then pulled back. Now we have 2 minutes till the next 5-minute candle opens up, and we're just going to sit back, watch, see what it does here. Could pull back to that 31.45, but the last time it pulled back, it only got to around 31.59. You have to see where the buyers are coming in at, where the sellers are coming in at, and right now they're battling it out around the 31.70s and 31.69s. Getting closer here now. The next 5-minute candle just opened up. It's above the resistance level. This should head higher now. All right, you see me down here on the weekly time frame. I'm looking at the next level that's going to come into play here since it's broken through the 3173 level. And that level looks like it's going to be this 3223, I think I mark it as. Yeah, let's see, I just right click. Yeah. It's one thing I like about Thinkorswim. You can just right click, edit the time, not the time, the price you want. You just put it in. Boom. Yeah, so now we have 3223 as the next level to look at in case it breaks through this $32 mark. See, we're at that whole dollar mark at $32. I got a little battle between the buyers and the sellers. The buyer's win should push up to that 32.25 level. If the seller's win, it's not going to get above this $32 level. What I would look for is after this next 5-minute candle opens up, does it pull back? And if it pulls back, it's pulled away a good distance, but not really that much, but pulled away from all the indicators, the VWAP, the EMAs, and if it pulls far enough, it's going to snap back to those indicators. It only goes so far sometimes away from these indicators and then decide to go right back to them. Couple this with the whole and half dollar mark plays, you can start to build a little bit of a playbook and trade plan around this stuff. Have to forgive me there, that screen went blank. I was actually trying to click on another screen that I have in Thinkorswim, and it blanked that one out just for a second. But we're getting close here to the 15-minute mark, and we want to see what that next candle does. Right now I'm starting to focus on the 10-minute chart on my right hand side here. I'm looking at this inverted hammer that I see developing on this 10-minute chart. It's right above the 50 EMA, and you'll see it pop up here right there. There you go. But I'm interested in how the next candle opens. It's 9:48. Well, actually, probably closer to 9:49. We have 1 minute to the next 10-minute candle and 5-minute candle open. Curious on how this is going to play out. All right, we got the next candle opened, and on the 10-minute chart, it's right at that line. It's a pretty safe bet. You'll see the indicators, the VWAP, the 9, and the 20, start to have a little bit of flux there on the 10-minute chart. Um, Again, this is why I like the exponential moving averages better than the simple moving averages. They're a little quicker to react to the price action. They'll give you that, a little bit of an edge that you may be looking for, may help your trading. All right, we're getting ready for the next candle to open up here, and we're going to see where it opens up at, on the 5 and the 10 minute. I really like that inverted hammer on the 10-minute chart though. Okay, it's opened up right at the resistance line of that 31.73. You see on the 10-minute chart, the VWAP and the 9 EMA are starting to have a little bit of flux into them. You see there's nothing really processing on the time and sales. It's moving kind of slow. You know, people are trying to enter in orders, probably trying to get out, trying to get in. A lot of indecision right here. You see the bids getting hit at 65, 66. You know, buyers step up. I'm looking for any type of size or any soaking, either on the bid or on the offer. You see an unusual amount of shares being traded on either side, and that said side does not move. You know, that could give you an indication of where the stock might head. So again, hitting the bids at 67s, and you got sales going off on the offer at 68. A little bit of a battle here. You know, stock went up, touched that 32, couldn't hold it. Now it's going to make a decision of which way it wants to go. Now it's touched the 63s, 64, 62s. And this is the first time it's touching these EMAs and VWAP since the market opened. It broke through, just kind of went up, bounced off that whole dollar. Now it's going to head back down. Stock pulled back a little more to the 31.50 level. Lots of buying at that 31.60. Most likely someone was just covering their shares that they shorted up near the top, that whole dollar mark. But look at this. This does look like a still kind of in an uptrend if you go off the pre-market. I'll show you that here just right now. You can see this 31.50 level is holding. It's doesn't look like it's letting up anytime soon. This is the next 10-minute candle here, so it's at 10:10, and this is a level you want to think about because you got the 50, the 20 under it. It's at the $half mark. Whole on $half marks are support and resistance, and let's just watch it. Let's see what happened next. So we just saw the 50 bid get hit with some size. And after all that size went through, buyers stepped up. They started buying 51s, 52s, 53s. Now they're buying 54s. And the next candle most likely open above this previous one and try to push back to that 31.75. All right, gang, that's going to wrap it up here for me. This is just some quick technical analysis on how stock traded with some news, whether that news be negative or positive. This was MGM. Hope you guys liked it. If you like more videos like this, just leave a comment below. Let me know, and I'll try to get those out to you. Bye.